Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Prep Sports Night Live. I'm Rich Estrella, and joining me right now is Steve Calhoun.
Absolutely.
And we have Western Christian in the house tonight. Western Christian right behind me. How you guys doing? Yeah. Party time. Yeah.
Pump it up.
Yes, indeed. Western Christian has been here before, and they are by far the loudest, but when the show's on, they're the most quiet group. It's great. You can actually get stuff done.
Absolutely.
All right, Western Christian, we're going to be talking with Coach Martin today, and of course, Chris Estrada's here representing the girls flag football. Remember, girls flag football this year, they're actually keeping track of things. There's actually going to be a playoff, and we're going to have a world champion. How about that?
Man, that's a good deal. I mean, it's long overdue.
Yep, it is long overdue indeed, and it's caught like wildfire. Matter of fact, the national champ right now, at least the leading one, number one team in the country, is Orange Lutheran. They're right here in Southern California. So you have the best high school football team, modern day, and then you have the girls' best flag football team so far. They haven't had any playoffs yet, but Orange Lutheran's ranked number one, so it's great.
Absolutely. Hey, they're putting the whole country on notice how good Southern California football is from the women's side and the men's side.
Absolutely. All right, there's a lot to unpack. Now we're getting into some of the leagues now, league play. But league play isn't what it used to be. Usually you wanted to win league, you wanted to tear it up, you wanted to be the man, have bragging rights, but man, you could win league and you might not see anybody in your league in the playoffs. They're in different divisions this year, so it's really changed a lot. But Steve, we talked about it before, it's really competitive now.
Definitely. I mean, just think about all the teams that's, we're going to talk a little bit about the Trinity League. I think Santa Margarita only has 2 losses, and maybe Olu has 1, and everybody else is undefeated. And then we're going to talk about the top teams from Southern California that are in the top in the nation. Yep,
there's quite a few of that. And let's take a look at right now. Let's just take a look at Orange County just for right now. The rankings came out. 5 of the 6 teams are for Trinity League. 5 of the first 6. Of course, Mission Viejo has got the 2nd spot.
Yes.
What has happened again, Steve, over there? They've passed up everybody in that league. That league is undoubtedly the best league in the country. Sits right here in Southern California. But now you got a public school that's actually making so much noise, and they are pretty much ranked above the traditional tough guys.
Exactly. So with the way the schedule is and how the CIF is pairing stuff, if you have 2 good years, you're going to get bumped up.
Yes, you are.
You know what I mean? So they might have to go back to that open division again if they keep doing so well.
Well, they're so dominant. Don't forget this week, this Friday night, Mission Viejo, Long Beach Poly. Talk about that game.
Yeah, Long Beach Poly, Mission Viejo in SoFi. The offensive coordinator from Long Beach Poly, Renee Medina, he played for Chad Johnson at Bosco, who was the offensive coordinator. So it's kind of like Yoda is battling his young Jedi, in SoFi. So it's going to be an unbelievable game on Friday night.
That's a good way to look at it. Mission Viejo just steamrolling everybody right now, and they're making. They don't apologize for any of it. They're making their mark. They had a good game last week, but we're going to keep an eye on that. And again, just seeing them in that position, they're probably number 3 behind Bosco overall.
Yes, definitely.
It's got to be modern day Bosco at that top. But it's when you see an anomaly like this come by, you got to talk about it because they're going to factor in somehow, and it's just unfortunate. They're not going to be in Division I.
No, they're not going to be in Division I. I'm not sure who's going to be in their division that's going to be able to slow them down or even keep them from repeating as champions again.
Now, you're a quarterback coach, armed and dangerous. Let's talk about Cole Leinart this week. Transferred again to Redondo.
Yes.
Had to sit out 5 weeks.
Yes.
5 weeks are up last week. 153 yards, 3 touchdowns, in a 33 or 32-7 victory over Banning. How hard is that to sit out those 5 games, man, and then come back in and just get into action?
Yeah, I think it's
like that.
Yeah, it's very difficult because you're not going to be getting those number 1 reps because you have to prepare the starter. So you really have to take a lot of mental reps. So as soon as you come off the bench after your 5 games are up, you got to be able to step in and play and get the timing. With all the starters, offensive line, and the receivers, it's definitely challenging.
Yep, no doubt about it. Hey, real quick, also I wanted to ask you about Max Prep. I mean, not Max Prep, but Cal Press went dark for a couple days this week. Everybody lost their minds, and rightfully so. The 10 sections in California all depend on Cal Preps for them to get their rankings and get their pairings going and everything else. And all the scribes go there. Everybody goes there. And for them to go dark for a day, I mean, and that's all it took for everybody to start screaming at CBS to pay their bill. Because that was the problem.
Oh, is that right?
It was right on the website. CalPreps alleged that CBS was not living up to the end of the bargain because they own Max Preps and they're under contract. That's why they exist.
There you go.
And finally, I guess everybody called up and said, hey, look, you can't do this, man. You're getting so much bad pub or something. I don't understand what brought them back, but I'm glad they're back to the table. It should have never happened, man. You got a contract with somebody like that, you got to fulfill it, man.
Got to fulfill it. There's no doubt about it.
I don't know what they were doing.
Yeah, well, I'm glad they're back up online and everybody can kind of relax and breathe and let's get back to football this
Steve,
Friday.
It would have been such a mess for the playoffs coming up. It would have been a big mess. You don't know how to slot these guys. I mean, you have an idea, but now we're back to the old 70-0 first round games.
Hopefully not.
that's
I just want to
that's
see
what
some
we
really
were trying to.
competitive games.
That we're trying to
First
get away
round,
from.
Second round, third round.
John Conte, you ready? All right, we're gonna go ahead and read our sponsor deck here just in a second, but wanted to bring that up to you today in regards to the top 10, and again talking about Max going down, man. That's sacrilegious, man. You cannot have that.
Yeah.
Real quick, the Pauley Mission Viejo game. Pauley to me just isn't Pauley this year. They're not as good as they've been in the past.
Yeah, for one time this year, they really don't have a trigger man. They've been struggling at quarterback, but hey, they kind of, called over to the bullpen and miraculously, Madden Emiliava transfers in from Warren. Man, okay, you get this, go to the bullpen and get, players like that, to transfer in. But,
the transfer portal.
But just talking about, Cole Leinert, how he had to sit out 5 games. Madden is still has not been cleared by CIF, so they're kind of just waiting on him. So it might be a one-sided game of, Mission Viejo over Long Beach Poly.
Well, I'm surprised Poly didn't have another guy waiting in the wings for that game. That's going to be a big game. That's coming from SoFi. Well, only 2 other schools have played there. I think maybe 2 other games have been played there in the high school. They first wanted to get Bosco and Mater Dei to play there a couple years ago when it first opened, but Mater Dei said, it's our home game, man. We ain't going in there. What are you doing, man? We got a national title at stake, man.
No doubt about it.
SoFi and play. So they didn't do it. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, everybody has their day.
Yes,
and
no doubt about it.
Doesn't mean Pauley can't step up. So
that's why they play the games.
Okay. All right. Waiting for John Conte right now. He's going to go through our sponsor deck. John, you set? Okay, do it.
All right, hey, this is my absolute favorite part of the show. We get to talk about the people that make this possible. Thank you to Suzuki. Motorcycles, ATVs, engineered for the unexpected. Thank you to Suzuki. Water Heater Warehouse. Your emergency is their priority. Your full-service water heater company. Check them out at waterheaterwarehouse.com. And Rheem, the new degree of comfort. The largest manufacturer of water heating products in North America. And Lighthouse Escrow, where white glove service is the way they do business, serving realtors throughout the state of California. And Coastal Capital Funding Group. With Coastal Capital, you're almost home. Visit them at gocoastalcapital.com. NMLS 962070. And let's not forget about our good friend Ruben Colosso at Colosso Tax Service. I think he's standing by. We're going to talk to him in a second. For all of your tax and accounting needs, visit Ruben at ColossoTaxService.com. Pelican Sky Candle Company, Life's a Beach, light a candle. And, of course, we cannot do this without our good friends at Rock N Brews on the patio. All right, as promised, I'm standing here with Ruben Colosso of Colosso Tax Service. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Ruben, it is so awesome to have you here. I mean, it's great to have Western Christian in the building, and we at Preps First Media just want to thank you for being such a big sponsor to the show and everything that you do. So, Ruben, thank you so much. And what does this event mean to you as a sponsor?
Well, it's just fun being here. It's fun being here with you guys every year, and it's great to have the kids from Western Christian here and just having a good time, getting their name out here. We're a great sports program. We're led by great coaches, great parents, great family, great kids. So it means the world to me that we get to come together here to do this TV show with you.
And for us, Western Christian is one of our favorite schools to have in the building. These are very, very, very polite young men and ladies. We're super excited to have them in the house. And again, Ruben, we cannot do this stuff without you. We are a nonprofit. So literally with people like you, Rock N Brews, LA 36, everybody pitches in to make this thing work. So we can't thank you enough, but we're going to thank you guys right now because Prep Sports Media, our intention is to carry a Western Christian game on television next year. We're super excited about that. So thank you for coming out. These fundraisers help us do that. Ruben, we're really happy to see you. Thank you for being a sponsor.
Thank you. Appreciate being here.
All right, Rich, back to you and Coach Martin.
Thank you very much. And that's love, Coach.
Yes, sir.
That is love right there. All right. As you can see, Steve Calhoun is no longer here. He's turned into Ronald Martin II, the head coach over at Western High School.
Donald.
And those are all his sons behind us. I'm sorry.
Donald,
I'm
yes.
sorry. But anyways, those are all his kids behind us. He takes them all home, burps them, puts them to bed every night, and makes sure they get to school in the morning. But, Coach, first of all, thanks for coming out tonight.
Again,
Really
thank you for having
appreciate
us.
you guys,
Thank
man.
you for having us. It is a tremendous blessing, and we count it a awesome blessing to be here. And again, we thank God for this opportunity that you all have blessed us with, and we just thank God for the favor of God that's on our program.
Coach, so far this year, you guys are playing 500 ball. Nothing wrong with that. But I wanted you to, before we get into what's going on with the team this year, I want you to kind of give me a little description of what your team's all about.
Our team is a team that is looking for our identity, and we're finding it each and every week. Again, we graduated some great athletes. And so when you graduate great athletes, a lot of times people say, well, you're rebuilding. I don't really consider us rebuilding. I think that we are just reestablishing ourselves as a different type of football team. So we have a lot of great kids. Our offense and defensive line is really the strength of our team right now. We just have some dogs up front, and they are excited to play, and I'm excited to turn them loose every Friday night.
Coach, let's talk about some of the games already this year. Right now,
Okay.
you're 2-2.
Yes, sir.
Opening games are always hard, and we talked about it a little
Right.
earlier. That Arlington game, I was asking about that Gonzalez kid. I just wondered if there was any rhyme or reason to that offense. I watched him play against Bell Gardens a couple weeks ago, and it did seem like that quarterback was on the run quite a bit.
Yeah, they did a great job, and again, he's one of those guys that once he makes up his mind to run, he's no longer a quarterback, he is a running back. Again, we did a great job at containing him. Again, they did not have any sustained drives. They were really,
Yeah.
a lot of them were broken plays, and it was a learning experience. It taught us as coaches what we needed to work on the next couple of weeks.
Coach, that's why I was asking about that, because it did seem like it was a busted play offense.
Yes.
And a couple of times, though, it seemed like they had this guy contained, but just gets away constantly.
He was kind of slippery for us, but again, like I said, we looked at it as an opportunity for us to get better and make some adjustments defensively. And again, it's one of those things that football is about wins and lessons,
Yes,
and that was
sir.
a great lesson for us.
Yes, sir. All right, so we're going to be talking to some of your kids up here in a couple seconds here. Let's talk about some of them right now. Marco Beltran is up there.
Marco Beltran, he is a 2-year starter for us. Last year he played as a sophomore, and he played the corner position. We moved him to free safety because he is just that type of athlete. He's a guy you want in the middle of the field. He's a guy that can line everybody up, but he's also a guy that flies down the hill from sideline to sideline, and he makes great decisions. And again, we expect great things from him. He's only a junior, so we're excited to have him back next year.
And talk about the other two. They're with Elwood.
Number 8, Big Sebastian Telemontes. That's our big defensive end. He's our leading tackler right now. This young man came to us. He is actually a 3-year starter. He's been with us for 4 years. When we first got him, he was kind of puny, and as you can see, he hit the weight room pretty well. And now he's not only he's actually the strongest guy on our football team, and deadlifting over 500 pounds, squatting the same as well. Just a great
impressive,
kid,
Coach.
great grades. We're looking for him to continue to lead, and we're excited. The next guy is Levi Chris, number 13. He's worked extremely hard to get on the field. Last year he sustained a season-ending injury, and he worked himself back, and he made up in his mind that he would be a starter. He plays our down safety. Very, very, very aggressive. One of the guys that we really, truly depend on. He's a leader in every aspect of the word. I love the fact that he carries his Bible with him every day. He loves God, and he's not afraid to tell everybody that he is a child of the King.
All right, Beltran, 3 picks already on the season.
Yes,
It's almost,
absolutely.
almost like one a game. What's going on with him?
He just knows how to find the ball. He's a ball hawk. And again, our motto and our defensive back coaches have been telling him, see ball, get ball. And, he's in the right place at the right time because he knows how to line everyone up. He understands the scheme, and so he knows what he has to do. And then, again, he has some really good DBs back there with him. And so all he really has to do is play center field, and hopefully his other cohorts do a great job at pushing the ball towards him.
As you folks know, we're out here at Rock N Brews in the patio, and every now and then you might just get an emergency vehicle going by.
Yes, sir.
Luckily, they're not stopping here. Elwood Brown, you ready to go?
Sugar free, yes, sir.
Okay, take it away.
Thank you, Rich. Oh, yes. I have 3 of the studs at the Lancers here. I have Sebastian, Marcos, and Levi. This question for you, Sebastian. What makes you the leader on this team?
I say how I play in the game and how people would like to follow me because I set the standard.
Yes, you do. You're leading in tackles. What is your goal and your plan after high school?
My plan is to go to a 4-year college, go play some college ball, of course, and major in engineering.
Smart guys. I love it. Marcos. Playing with Coach, man, you know, to me, just listening to him speak, he's exciting. He gets you guys attentive. What is the most memorable moment you have playing for your coach?
I think this season when we played Calvary, just winning that game by only 3 points, you know, keeping myself just kind of collected, but also being kind of nervous, you know. But, I mean, I trusted in my team, and I knew that we would come out with the win. So, yeah, it was really fun to be a part of. So.
Coach said you know how to find the ball. That's a good thing when you're playing this game. As a junior, what is your goal for your team this year?
I mean, obviously the goal is always to become champions, you know, get a ring. But I think just becoming a man, you know, and growing is probably the part that I want to most focus on, and I want our team to mostly focus on. And just being able to grow and, you know, get memories from this season would be the goal.
Yeah, fellowship, that's beautiful. Levi, man, I call you the brains of the group. What's your GPA, son?
I have a 4.67 GPA, sir.
Man, my question, being that smart, how do you balance both the game and school?
It has a lot to do with our amazing coach taking care of everything for us and being able to trust my teammates to do their job when they need to do it.
What is your goal for next year?
My goal for next year is to leave with a good reputation, leave knowing that I left a mark on my teammates and knowing that not only am I going to have a great future, but they're going to also.
Man, bless, man. I feel the love in your heart, son. When you speak, it's a beautiful thing. And I want to thank your coach for leading you guys to do the right stuff. And for sure, back to you, Rich.
Thanks a lot, I would appreciate it. Coach, you got a bunch of fine-looking football players there,
Yes,
man.
sir, we do. We do. And we've come a long way, and again, it's a testament to our strength and conditioning coach, who is Noel Gonzalez, and he does a lot to get these kids ready to go, but he spends a lot of time with them personally as well.
You guys know it's Levi's birthday, right? Does anybody know that? Did anybody know that? All right. So, hey, Levi, why don't you stand up so they can sing some happy birthday to you, man? Stand on the table. Come on, man. Come on, you only turned 40 once, so come on, get up there. Guys ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Levi. Yes. Happy birthday to you. Attaboy. Happy birthday, Levi, man. All right. Coach, you got a great group back there, man.
They are an amazing group of people, amazing group of young men. They come from great parents, so I am truly blessed to have these young men under me.
Coach, you got a game this week?
Yes, sir.
Big Bear, right?
Big Bear.
And you're traveling.
As of right now, we are traveling. There is a fire going on up there, so we don't know if we're actually traveling, but we are preparing to travel. Yes, sir.
So, the new league,
Yes, sir.
new teams, now you got to go 8,000 feet up.
Yes.
So, as we all know, the atmosphere is a little different up there. You know, the air's a little thinner.
Right.
So, how do you get ready for a game like that?
Honestly, it's a little bit more conditioning down here, but for us, the altitude will only be affected by our attitude. If we take the right attitude up there, it doesn't matter where you put us, it's just we have to play football. We understand that we may come into some difficulties latter parts of the game, but again, what does our attitude say? It's more so for us a mindset. This week we have been really, really concentrating on one word, and that is discipline. So if we are disciplined and we do our job, I believe that no matter how high they take us, we'll be the ones that come out on top.
Yeah, that's a good challenge for you. Also, you're probably going to deal with Rim of the World. They're in your league too now, aren't they?
No, Rim of the World is not. We have Whittier Christian, we have Linfield Christian, we have Maranatha, and we have Arrowhead Christian. Yes, sir.
Okay. So how do you like this division now, being that they took you from your old one, you know?
It's a little different only because of the fact that, again, we played Maranatha last year. So it's really the only one new for us is Big Bear. They run the triple option. It's not something that a lot of us see. But, again, for us, triple option is really assignment football. Tackle 1, 2, or 3, do your job, and we should come out all right.
Listen, Big Bear's tough, man. I don't care how you slice it. I mean, I've seen those guys come down and just whip people down here.
Right.
By the same token, people go up there, you know, they've got a 12th man, let's just say, on the field every time with the altitude.
Absolutely, 100%. But, again, in my mind, Big Bear still has to deal with number 8, number 78, and number 60 up front. And those guys right there are ready to do a job. So, again, for us, it's not what we have to deal with. It's what we bring to the table. And our defensive line, it will be one of the best in the league.
Talk about your coaching staff for us real quick. Talk about some of the guys and where they come
My
from.
coaching staff is absolutely amazing. I actually have 3 coaches that come from Bishop Amat, and they just know how to coach, and they love what they do. They love these young men. They're not only pouring into them as players, they're pouring into them as young men. Our offensive coordinator, Ronnie Marquez, he and I have been very good friends. We coached together at Ayala. His game planning and his ability to put us in the right positions, absolutely amazing. I have my son coaching with me, Donald H. Martin III. He's coaching our special teams. The kids call him Coach Bub. So he's a big. It's a big pleasure for me to share the sideline with him as well. And then I have Noel Gonzalez. Again, he's just a guy that he takes care of our weight room. He's also a DB coach, running back coach. We have Robles, Coach Robles. He's also from Bishop Amat. And you guys are going to talk to our wide receiver and DB coach, Justin Phillip, and he came to us from Pomona, and he has been a tremendous blessing. He's taken our wide receivers and taken them to the next level. So we're excited about my coaching staff.
Wow, sounds like a great group of guys, man. You're all passionate about what they do, and it's good when you have coaches you've been working with a while.
Well, yeah, we are, and I almost forgot Coach Diamond Lawrence. He's our defensive line guy, and he also trains these guys outside of school. He's also a youth pastor as well, so they're getting it on both sides.
Yes.
And for us, we understand that football is important, but what's more important to us is their identity in Christ. How do they know who they are? And for us to be able to preach the Word of God to them and give them some life substance that they can stand on, which is the Word of God, on a daily basis, that's the most important thing, because football may go away, but the Word of God lasts forever. And as long as these young men know who they are in Christ, that's what matters to us the most. And also winning a CIF title. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
I love that. I love that. All right. Hey, Coach, stay on a minute. Let's go to Bob Gibson. Bob, standing by. You ready?
I'm ready.
Bob's always ready. Go for it.
Here we go. And we are with Coach Justin Phillip. Coach, wait, did I just hear you guys are playing a team running the triple option? Did you find an old film strip or an old film projector? Did it with that? That's an old school brand of football right there.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, there's not a lot of schools that run that right now. Everybody's running the spread, so running the triple option, we had to kind of go back into the vault and make some adjustments. But I think we're going to put together a good game plan this week.
What do you tell your kids when they've never seen something like that?
Just to be patient. The biggest thing that we try to tell them is just read your keys, be patient, and just let the play develop, and just do your assignment.
Now, we know you coach wide receivers and DBs. I imagine it's a lot of the same group, right? The crossover. What's more fun for you as a coach? And I'm going to ask you which one that I think the kids like better. But do you have a side that's more fun for you to coach?
I like them both. Yeah, I play DB, but it's good because when you're coaching wide receivers, you kind of know the tricks of the trade as far as like how to beat the DB, and then vice versa. Being a DB, trying to cover the wide receiver. So it's good. I think the kids prefer wide receiver more. DB requires a lot more reaction and a lot more reading. Plus, you don't know what they're going to do. Wide receiver, you know what you're going to do, so it makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, that's true, right? It's a react on defense, and it's I know the play on offense. So that's always fun. Your background, you came from Bishop Amat, as we just heard. That's big time football right there, right? So what did you take out of that experience as a player that led you into coaching?
The biggest thing was actually the whole coaching staff. All the teachers that I had, all the coaches that I had. I really learned everything from them. It came down to technicality, being disciplined, and also film study. And then I try to instill that same thing into these guys as well. If you're technical, if you work on the basics, and you study the film, you're going to be just fine.
Did you always want to be a coach?
I didn't actually, but it just kind of fell into my lap. My coach was one of my former teammates and classmates, Ronnie Marquez, so the opportunity came about, and it's just been amazing. And being part of this staff with Coach Martin, it's been a blessing, and I couldn't have asked for something better.
Obviously, one of the platitudes coaches always say is, hey, we just want to get better week to week. Is this team getting better week to week?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it starts with the little things. So literally it's hey, what'd you do better on Monday? Okay, let's get better on Tuesday, let's get better on Wednesday. And it's literally taking things day by day. So yes, we can get better week to week, but we have to get better day by day first. And I think these guys are doing that.
All right, you got a long bus ride ahead of you to Big Bear. Enjoy that and enjoy hopefully a big win for you guys.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, back over to you, Rich.
Thanks a lot, Bob. Appreciate it. Coach Phillips, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about him, Coach Phillip.
Coach Phillip came to us, and he has revolutionized our coaching staff. This gentleman he's all in. The kids have this saying, hey, lock in. We don't have to worry about Coach Phillip being locked in because he actually transitions from offense to defense. He's in the box for us. He's just one of those guys that he loves what he does. And as he loves what he does with such a passion and a love for these young men that he wants to see them do well. So, again, we spend countless hours doing film and things of that sort. I think Coach Phillip and Coach Marquez are kind of neck and neck on how much film they're actually watching. And what he does, he's a great family man. He has his family around him. He brings his family to the games. And so what is that teaching our young men? It's teaching our young men that, again, nothing is more important than your family. Yeah, you're a great coach and you're a great this, you're great that. But if you're not a great dad and a great husband at home, then something is going to waver in that aspect. So Coach Phillip comes in. I don't have to ask for a lot. He already knows what I'm thinking. He's great with adjustments and things of that sort. And like I said, he just came and completed us. And so it's pretty awesome to have him. We're tremendously blessed to do so.
He definitely sounds dialed in.
Yes, sir.
Now, Coach,
Yes.
you're one of the few schools that I know of that
Yes.
has an NFL player, ex-NFL player,
Yes, sir.
in the front office.
Yes, sir.
Unbelievable how
Yes.
you got that. Talk about Reggie Stevens.
Dr. Reggie Stevens. Again, I'm going to let him tell himself what he's done as far as football is concerned. But just to be able to have this type of knowledge that I can go sit in his office and say, what did you see? What is it that I need to work on? And for him to be very honest with me. And I love it because he doesn't candy coat anything. And he'll tell me, hey, you know what? You guys got out-coached. Or, hey, you didn't do this or you didn't do that. Hey, do you mind if I call this kid in and have a conversation with him? And I'm like, hey, that's wonderful because, again, we don't have – not every school has a former NFL player.
Been to the top of the mountain.
Been to the top of the mountain, and he stayed there and sustained there and did great there. I mean, you look at teams like Rancho Bernardo that's in San Diego. Eric Weddle is their head coach. They have something that a lot of us just don't have. I may not have Dr. Stevens specifically on the field, but the fact that his eyes are there and the fact that he's listening and the fact that, again, he's supporting these young men, he supports their dreams. So when you go in his office, yeah, you don't want to get called into his office because he's the dean of discipline. But when you do get called in this office, it's not about the discipline. It's about the love that he has for you. And just having him there is so vital, and it's such a tremendous blessing because, again, I can go to someone that's been to the very top of the mountain and ask him, hey, what is it that we're not doing?
Does he ever come down to practice and just look around and check it out?
Absolutely. And then
It
he'll
would be-
say, hey, can I talk to that guy? Can I talk to that guy? And I'm all for it because he has a plethora of information that we don't have.
Who's Bob with now?
That's Dr. Reggie Stevens.
Is it? All right. All right, Bob. There's the intro right there.
That's
Take
the
it
man.
away.
We got the man right here with us right here. Look at that. They love him. Everybody loves him here. You got a good student body over here, don't you?
Love them to death. Yeah, I watched these men and women grow up from little ones to where they're at right now, so it's a pleasure. Yeah.
You know, I've covered schools where athletics aren't as important sometimes to the administration. How important is it to have, you know, that strength in athletics, you know, obviously with academics and everything else, but how important is it to have, you know, a really good athletic program within a school? Because it really can help drive morale, huh?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sports, what it's done to me is what I see that it's doing to our young kids. Is it developed them self-confidence, the maturity, it's giving them life, and it's just overall it's glorifying God and making sure that we are moving in the right direction. So I push behind sports 100%. Love it.
Yeah, and it keeps kids on the right track, right? So I mean, it keeps them going. They set goals for themselves, and it's obviously somebody as a vice principal that's what you're trying to do. You only got 4 years with these kids, right? And you want to get them on the right track.
Yeah, absolutely. I try to pour into them every time I either see them or they come in my office. I think I have a different type of role of discipline when it comes to our students. I like to show love before I show discipline, and so I'm guided by that, by love.
Because you're out of school, that you can express within the administration, within the students. How important is that factor within what you're doing day in and day out?
It's very important. I worked 10 years on the outside of Christian schools where I couldn't pray with a kid, where I couldn't talk about faith. And so to be in this environment, it's a dream come true. Yeah, it's important.
Yeah, for sure. And I just heard your football coach saying what a great relationship you guys have together. That's really important, right? To have that rapport with your coaches and have that friendship.
Absolutely. Coach Martin, I like to think of him as he's a silent mentor. I'm his mentor. I see a lot of things. I support him in everything he does. And, like he said, when I see plays on the field, I've been there, I've done that, and, he doesn't mind me talking to the players. So it's important to have a great coach like Coach Martin.
Yeah, football's in your blood, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's in my blood. Yeah, absolutely.
Dr. Stevens, we appreciate it. Thank you. Good luck. And thank you for all the work you're doing with these kids. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right. Back over to you, Rich.
Wow.
Dr. Stevens.
Thank you. Yeah, Dr. Stevens, man. You're lucky to have this man.
We are blessed, sir. Yes, sir. We are.
Upstairs, man.
Absolutely, 100%.
Oh, man, that's great. A good interview. Okay, now we're going to get to the funny business, right?
Right.
The wing eating contest. Now, who's doing it? And tell me a little bit about each one. And who do you think's the dark horse to win this thing?
Okay, so we have number 24, Jacob Roberts.
Yeah.
Jacob is he's our ASB president, and he came out for football. This is his very first year, and we're just excited to have him. Just an amazing young man. Then we have number 13, Levi Chris.
Birthday boy.
Birthday boy, absolutely. And then we have our senior DB, number 6. Actually, he's our American Ninja Warrior contestant. That is Jonah Maningo.
Very, very good. All right.
The dark horse?
Yeah, if you were a betting man, and we're going to win a glass of water here, who would you put your money on? Because you're dying of thirst right now.
Oh, I'm putting my money on Jacob Roberts.
All right. We're going to have to see about that. That's right. Let's get
Lord,
those
they
hats
put the
on.
chicken hats on.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, this looks like it's going to be a fun time. Elwood, you set?
Oh, sugar-free, baby. I'm always ready.
Okay, let's
All
go to
you gotta do is
Elwood
call
Brown.
my name. I'm like Jane Ingram. I'll be there. Yama be there. Oh, okay. This is my favorite part of the night. The chicken wing eating contest. And we love that chicken wings down. I have my judges behind us. Introduce yourselves and pass the mic.
My name's Soraya.
My name's Rhea. My name's Kyla.
Okay. Hello. Now, I have my contestants here. Here we go.
I'm Jacob Roberts.
Jacob Roberts.
Levi Chris.
The man.
Jonah Maningo.
Jonah. I ain't going to say your last name because I might mess it up, but it's all good. Now, the key is to get the gristle off the chicken. Hello. And you got 30 seconds to get it in. The winner, we do have a gift card from Rock N Brews. They like to give up either from $25 to $50. We'll see what they're going to do after y'all finish the competition. Now, when I say go, we're ready to go. Ready, go. Oh, yeah. Get down to the nitty-gritty. Yes, y'all. Hey, you got to get it all. You got to get it all. You got to get it all. Uh-huh. We got to get it all. Hello. 15 seconds, y'all, and counting. Uh-huh. They know how to eat that chicken, don't I tell you? Hello. You invited to my house all day, every day. And now, keep going. We got 3, 2, 1. Time now. Ladies, I need y'all to walk around for me. Help me out. Don't get on over there and see what you're working with. Don't block my guy, the camera guy. And y'all got to look at it closely and don't cheat.
I think Jacob.
You think Jacob? Jacob. Hello. The ladies aside, this is my fabulous 18-3 flag football team. Jacob, you're my winner. Yeah. Hey, guys, you can use the towel to wipe it off. Thank you very much. Back to you, Rich. Back to you, Rich.
Hey, thanks a lot, Elwood. Appreciate it. Boy, look at that, all the way down. Was that your boy that won there? The one
That's
you
my
said?
guy. That's
your
my guy,
right
Jacob
there.
Roberts.
How did you know he was going to win this thing?
Because he's just a winner.
That's just how he is.
He's
huh?
just a winner, absolutely.
Well, congratulations to those guys. They put on a really good effort. You guys put on a good show.
Thank you, sir.
Coach, anything you want to say on your way out here?
Just want to say thank you to all the parents that come out and support us. We have a tremendous parent group, and they have the attitude, see a need, fill a need. And again, that's really the favor of God on our program, that we have parents that are willing to drive to Big Bear, that are willing to go everywhere. We have a fantastic parent booster club, championship club.
There you go.
And they do everything that we need. That they make sure that the boys have drinks. They make sure the boys have meals, the team meals. We feed our guys twice a week. And the parents come together and they take care of business, and it is absolutely amazing. So I want to say thank you to them. I also want to thank my amazing wife, who puts a lot of this together for me. There's so many things that I cannot do that she does. And again, I have the favor of God because of the wonderful wife that I have.
Football coaches' wives are the most underrated players in the whole scheme.
100%.
No doubt about it. Coach Donald Martin.
Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Head coach, Western Christian. Good luck against Big Bear.
Appreciate you, sir.
All right. All right, let's go back to Elwood. Elwood, stand by. We're going to have Chris Estrada coming up next, the head coach of the girls flag football team.
You know, I did my homework before I got here, guys. And what I see is these two young men plays a really, really big part of this team. Talk to me, son. Tell me your name and what's your position.
Jacob Casas, middle linebacker. Yo Anchares, outside linebacker.
Okay, what I see, you guys are following Sebastian, okay? After Sebastian is you guys, sophomore and a junior. How do you feel that you guys play a real big part on this team? How do you feel about that?
You know, just got to go out there every single Friday. Just expect to, execute.
That sounds good. Now, understand that you guys are being a little younger, but y'all making a big impact, and you know that. So what is your goal being a player in this program?
I think my goal is to just be an example to my teammates, even though they're older than me. I think that I can just show them that God is powerful and that he can just use me as a light and I can just spread his gospel.
Man, God is good every day, man. You guys are amazing, man. I'm going to keep watching you guys, and I can't wait to do the game over there next year. Enjoy your season and have a blessed night. Back to you, Rich.
Thank you, Elwood. Good job out there, my friend. All right. Well, that is the Western Christian football team, the girls team. And, of course, joining me now is their head coach, Chris Estrada. Chris, I'd like to thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Time to talk about some flag football, man.
Love it.
Girls flag football, man. It was the fastest growing sport right now. The first year in the southern section, we're actually going to have a playoff and, have a champion, which is great. But first of all, Chris, let me ask you, how did you get involved? How did you get involved in coaching girls flag football?
So flag football has been a big part of my life, football in general. My daughter, who's our quarterback for the team, she's been playing since she was 6. We have an all-girls club team that we've had for the last 3 years that I've run. So it was just kind of a natural progression going into high school.
Wow, that's great, man. That's how a lot of guys start. They're coaching the flag football because really the only place you get to see it now is in rec leagues, unless it's an organized league like Leinart's League.
Right.
Yeah. And luckily in South Orange County, you guys had that. You had the league. You actually had girls flag football.
Yeah, and a lot of our girls that are on our travel club have played there before. My daughter's played in that league. It's a great organization.
Let's talk about your daughter. What is it, Malia?
Malia
Estrada. Okay. 79 touchdowns on the season.
Yep.
And she's not done yet.
No.
How many games you got? About 6 or 8?
We have 7 games left, or 6 games left.
She's going to throw 100. She'll throw 100. 4 game. under 24, she's going to be right there.
It's a possibility.
That is just amazing. That's just amazing. But again, it's a lot more games. You played 21 games so far this season. Within that, man, you guys had to play Orange Lutheran, the #1 team in the country. What was that like?
You know, it was a great experience. We took that game late in the season. I think with less than a week's notice. You know, they had a team back out, and they wanted to know if we wanted to play. And, you know, we took that opportunity.
It is an opportunity. I'm glad you said that, because it is an opportunity. It's a golden opportunity, actually.
Yeah, you know, we knew they were #1 in the nation. We wanted to see, you know, how we matched up against them, right? I mean, going into playoffs, we don't know how that's going to shake out, what division we're going to be in. So it was definitely a good experience for us to play.
Yeah, anytime you get a chance to play #1, I don't care what it is, it's a good benchmark. It's a good way to measure where you're at, you know, and so I just got to wonder, like, you know, what's the psyche like going against #1? I mean, is everybody like a little trepidation, or no, let's go for it, man?
No.
What's the worst that could happen?
You know, we post our girls, and we told them, say, hey, you know, we have this opportunity to take this game. What do you guys want to do? And they all said yes, let's play them. You know, and they came out with some energy. It was definitely a good game. They were excited. We matched their intensity, but unfortunately, you know, great teams like Orange Lutheran, they find ways to win, and that's what happened.
Absolutely. I'm amazed at, first of all, there's just been a lack of stuff, you know, flag football for girls. They'd have to play with the boys teams if they're playing in a rec league or something like that. So there's always different things going on, but I'm surprised at the skill level that I've seen so far in the last 2 years of some of these girls. It's just amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like they've been doing it their whole lives.
There's a lot of talent out there.
Yeah, especially in South Orange County. So, you know, it's just really good. So let's talk more about your team. I noticed in flag football, you know, it is mainly passing. I got to admit, you're not going to get too far running, but it seems like it's late heavy passing. Am I missing something there?
No, I mean it really is pass heavy. You mix in the run whenever you can. I think we have a lot of talent here on our team where, you know, we can get the girls the ball, hand it off, and they're going to get us 10, 12 yards of carry, so which really helps. But really pass heavy league.
So this was something new. Whoa, this is something new. That, you know, having the girls flag football and not having anything to measure it against. How hard was that to get the team together, see who had what type of skills, and, you know, did you have to make cuts?
We did, which that was tough.
You can only have so many, though.
We only have so many on the team.
Yeah.
We only have one program. We only have the varsity level. But when we had a camp the week before tryouts, so I had an idea when we saw the girls. I was like, okay, we have some talent here. This team could be something special. And as we went on through the summer, you know, the girls kept getting better. You can tell that they were going to do some damage this year. So
that's good. All right, we got John Conti standing by. Who's John Conti standing by with, by the way? Who's number 58 over there?
Number 58, that's our quarterback, Malia Estrada.
Oh, you know that one.
I know
you
that
recognize
one.
her?
Yep.
Okay. All right, and then who are the other two?
22, that's our starting middle linebacker, Cass Cerna.
It'd be nice to see him.
Yeah.
And then, of course, number 3 on the end.
Number 3, she's basically all over the place. Starting running back, receiver, linebacker, safety. That's Grace Galdamez.
All right. Take it away, John.
All right. You know, this is such a great opportunity. We love Western Christian High School, and now we've added girls flag football to the mix. I told you, ladies, I'm a coach. I coach at Beckman High School. I had a chance to see you guys play, and boy, was I impressed. It was during the Chargers tournament, and you guys were just lighting up the scoreboard. So let me start with my freshman quarterback. You're a freshman. What sort of experience did you have prior to going to Western Christian in flag football?
I played on a travel team for about 3 years, but I've been playing flag since I was around like 6 or 7.
So you had no doubt you were going to come in and be the starting quarterback as a freshman, correct?
Yeah.
So you got to love the confidence right here. And I'm hanging out with Cass, middle linebacker, am I correct? And a senior?
Yes.
Okay, what do you like about this flag football program?
I love that we're all like new to the team, but like we've come together and like it's all a new sport for all of us except for like Malia. But like we all like bonded as a family together and just like it's just one big family.
And I can really tell. Again, I've seen you play. I can tell you guys have really gelled as a team. All right, let's go over here. What other sport do you play?
I also play soccer and I run for track.
Fantastic. Now, would you say that flag football is your primary sport or your secondary sport?
That's a good question. I love soccer and flag football very equally. I would only say soccer because I play that longer.
Got it. Makes sense. I'm telling you, it's not going to be long before flag football is everyone's primary sport. And I just want to say congratulations. I believe you are 18-3, which is incredible. So congratulations on a great season. We're going to see you for another 3 years. And ladies, we wish you nothing but the best after high school. Thank you so much. Back to you, Rich.
Yeah. All right. Coach, flag football, I noticed you guys play a lot of tournaments. That's why you've had 18 games in such a short period. How many games can you actually play in a day?
I think the most we can play on a non-school day is 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah, so that's the most we've played so far in a tournament.
What do you like about playing in tournaments when you got to play that many games? And you don't know who you're going to play. You can't prepare for anything.
Yeah, you kind of have an idea of who's going to be in the tournament and who you may match up well with. So it's just really just how everything turns out, you know? Like, you win 2 games in seeding. It's like, all right, we got, you know, Chino, Los Altos, or whoever it was.
Right.
And you got to just go to battle and see how it goes.
So what league are you in, and where will you play, or do you know where you will play, what division you will play in the playoffs? Should you get there?
So we're in the Ambassador League. We're 4-0 right now. We recently had a couple games rescheduled just because of the line fire that popped up this week. So last week of the season, we got 4 league games. So that's what it's going to come down to. Right now, it's looking like we're Division 1. So we'll see how everything shakes out the last 2 weeks of the season since.
Get it. Did the guys and the girls ever get to scrimmage at all? I mean,
No, we haven't.
like that going on?
No, we haven't.
All
yet.
right. I mean, I would get everybody out there. Let's just go for it.
Be fun.
you know?
Just have some fun out there. Maybe after the season's
Girls
done.
might win.
I don't know.
Just kidding, guys. I'm just messing with y'all back there. See Levi giving me the death stare. All right, and not knowing anything right now, how do you think you guys will do? Not knowing like anything. This is brand new.
I mean, we're just excited for the season, you know, like we went into this season, hey, let's see what happens. You know, we have a team that can be pretty special, you know, and we're just taking it day by day, week by week, and you know, however playoff shakes out, we're going to give it our best go and see what happens, you know.
Now you coached last year too, right?
I did coach last year.
Your biggest challenge getting this all together, because you had to put it together. This is your baby, basically. You know.
Biggest challenge is just knowing, you know, what talent we had here,
Who
right?
does
Like,
what?
yeah, who does what girls we have. You know, we only had 3 girls on our team that have played flag football before, so it's really just trying to see, you know, on an accelerated schedule, who can do what, who can play where, and then just trying to piece it all together by the beginning of the season. So, luckily, we've had a lot of games to kind of figure all that out.
Now, I know it's a field level game, right? I mean, you don't go into big stadiums and play these games, do you?
We've played in some football stadiums before,
okay.
yeah.
Because I've been to a few tournaments and I've seen a few games, and it just seems like they're on auxiliary fields. You don't really get a big depth of perception.
Yeah.
But you know, you're passing a lot. That's all I know.
Yeah.
And 79 touchdowns to 79. How many yards does she have?
She has about 4,200, I think.
A freshman.
Yeah.
A freshman. 4,200 yards pass.
Yeah.
So, real quick, what's the relationship between her and, say, her best wide receiver? Like, how did they get so in tune? How did they get the timing down?
She really has a good feel for the field. You know, I think Malia does a really good job of spreading the ball around. She's going to throw to whoever's open. But, you know, she's gotten a really good chemistry with Grace, who was just up here, and Bailey, who's leading our team in receptions. I think she has 105 receptions.
Wow.
They've been playing together for the last 2 years on the travel circuit, so they just have that chemistry.
It's a fast, great game. If you haven't taken any in, you ought to take it in, because this is the fastest growing sport in the United States right now. And it's only a matter of time before they're starting to play national tournaments to see who is the best. And that's just exciting, because again, you can play multiple games in a day, and it is very, very fast. So,
Definitely.
Coach, we appreciate your time coming here, hanging out with us. Congratulations, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Chris Estrada, everybody. Chris Estrada. All right, Elwood is standing by on the side stage. Elwood, take it away.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Rich, man. I got lucky. I happened to get two treats in one. So believe it or not, I have twin brothers here. We got, what's your name, son?
Keon Sutton.
Keon Sutton. What's your name, son?
Ben Sutton.
Hello. Keon and Ben, they're twins. So I'm walking around. They say, Coach, you need to find somebody to interview. I saw Keon and say, hey, I want to be a quarterback so he can protect me. What is your position, son?
I play right tackle and D tackle.
Right tackle and D tackle. Do you love the game?
Yes, sir.
What grade you in?
I'm a junior.
What is your goal for your team this season?
Help us improve, win a championship, of course, and then improve for next year as well.
Amen. Twin brother, you always got protection. I don't care if we can go anywhere. Just go get your twin brother. What is your position?
I'll play quarterback.
Quarterback. Hey, now let me tell you something. Do you like playing quarterback?
Yes, sir.
You look like a running back. Do you got an arm?
Yes, I do.
What is your goal for this season?
My goal would be winning a state championship with my brothers.
Man, that's family love, man. Hey. Whatever you seek, you can make it happen. You know that, son. Well, good luck. Good luck to both of you guys, and it's a pleasure to meet twin brothers, baby. Thank you very much. Back to you, Rich.
All right, thank you, Elwood. They got to be fraternal twins, right? Look, nothing alike, Elwood.
I love how he said a state champion. He went right past
No,
CF. He
you
said,
know
we're
what?
winning state.
And
right, he went right to state.
And that shows you how dialed in he is. He knows he's a quarterback. Because if he's thinking that, I mean, that's what you're thinking.
go.
I'm playing
Let's
in that.
win the whole thing,
I'm
right?
playing in that last game. I don't care who likes it, who doesn't.
Let's win the
I'm playing
entire
16
thing.
this year. 16
I love
games.
that. I love that.
Bob Gibson joining us now. And Bob, a couple questions for you.
Yeah.
Everybody freaked out when Max Prep, Cal Preps went down.
Right.
Max Preps was supposed to pay them through CBS. It didn't get done.
Right.
But man, what a firestorm that thing caused nationwide. It wasn't just the state of California, even though they do name it Cal Preps. That's a nationwide platform.
Don't forget, the sections use the Cal Preps rankings as a way to set the playoff formats, right? So they're using
And
those
re-league.
rankings. Very, very important to have that. So why this entanglement happened, I doubt we'll ever really know. But for some reason, CBS they didn't want to pay the bill. Cal Preps said, you know what, we're just going to shut it down then. Well, you can't have that, right? They played I think they played their hand correctly. It was just a couple of days. It's back up and running again. We're going to have it. So you need to have it because, as I said, the sections rely on these rankings for better or for worse. Is it the right way? I think it's worked out. I think most people I talk to say these Cal Preps rankings have really been invaluable in putting these playoff formats together. So you got to have it, I think.
Yeah, it's just amazing. I know what happened. Everybody started calling. You had 10 commissioners calling from California, and then you got another 80,000 calling from across the country. That's what got it done. It was all the complaints they got, and it was just bad PR for CBS.
And I'm guessing there's a lawyer at CBS that said, you know what, don't make me do this, right? Go pay your bill.
Yeah.
Right? And they did. And they finally did.
Anyway, all alleged, by the way, but that was actually what was written on their website, verbatim. Right. So it is what it is. But I'm just glad they're back up.
Yeah,
we got away from all the mire.
Because all the scheduling, it's an invaluable tool. It really is.
Now another problem that this is something we don't really like talking about, but got to get it out there. So, what is it? Newport Mesa? Is that the school district? Newport Mesa.
Yeah, Newport Mesa Unified School District.
$31 million lawsuit settled.
Right.
Because they wouldn't fix the field.
And you never know quite what the facilities are in any given school and in any given area. But the young man sustained a traumatic brain injury. The school district said, hey, we're going to go ahead and settle the lawsuit at Corona Del Mar High School. It's so unfortunate to have these things happen, but obviously there was enough there that the facilities obviously had something to do with what happened in causing the injury.
Concussions, leg injuries, high ankle sprains. It was a
But I'll tell you, it's a big issue, though. It's a big issue, facilities, and trying to keep having the money and have the people in place to keep these facilities up so that they're safe and okay to play on for the kids. And I think that's why a lot of schools have gone to the artificial surfaces, again, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
Whatever those have been.
Yeah,
have been. So we've seen some of these services perform wonderfully. We've seen some collapse and give way shortly thereafter. It's important no matter what to have good facilities because parents are putting their kids out there to play. You want to know your kids are playing on a surface, whether it's a football field, a basketball court, inside a pool, wherever the contest is being played. You want to know it's safe for your kids to be there.
And the thing is, they've been after the district since 2011. I believe
it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been it's been over 14 years or thereabouts that they brought the problem to their attention, and the district kept passing it off. Finally, a lawyer's kid got hurt. I believe.
Sometimes that'll do it.
That was enough right there.
Sometimes that'll do it.
All right, let's move on. Now, Bob, you're definitely you're in the Trinity League with the Archdiocese radio station and all that. You interview coaches every week. This week you came out, man. Rozier from Santa Margarita Right now, he's just taking a little time off, apparently. Any word what's going on over there?
You know, and it's really tight-lipped. There's not a lot going on, and I think a lot of that has to do with the modern day situation
Bob,
that
I think
took
you
place.
know you're just not going to tell us because you want to lose your job over there. That's what I think.
I don't have any more insight than anybody else does right now, but
He doesn't.
Santa Margaret head football coach Anthony Rougier is on administrative leave right now, pending an investigation into incidents within the football program. That's all that's been told to anybody right now. So we're going to find out more. I'm guessing, but everybody will speculate, and that's what social media is for. Certainly, is for speculation.
I talked to a few people in the media today, and they think it's probably hazing.
And it could very well be.
I mean, if it was anything more than that, then it would have already been legal stuff going on. Somebody been arrested.
And because of what happened at Modern Day,
yes,
and all that got figured out as well. There's going to be a zero tolerance when it comes to hazing.
I
right?
think it happens.
As there should be.
I think it happens at every school except Western Christian to some degree. There's some hazing going on. And sometimes it just gets out of hand, man, and it shouldn't
and that's
be there.
The problem,
it really
right?
shouldn't.
It should be fun and stuff that you do
Yes.
with your teammates and the kids, but anything that goes beyond that is certainly you can't have it happen, right? And within a football program, you certainly cannot have that happen. So and now you have a coach on leave, and it's really unfortunate because Santa Margarita's just outside that top 50 in the Max Preps rankings.
Right.
Every school. Did you notice every school in the Trinity League is in the top 50?
Yeah, they're in the top 25
Except
to start
for
the season,
except
Bob.
for Santa Margarita, who's at 56.
Right.
So you got 6 of the top 56 schools in the nation are Trinity League schools.
Yep.
It's insane, including 1 and 2.
What's the common denominator with all this stuff, man?
It's crazy. Jay Sarah's right there, I think. I think Jay
and
Sarah's
they're
as
all-
good as anybody.
They're all like within a 10-mile radius of each other.
Orange Lutheran.
Less than that.
It's
less
right.
Than that.
This little cluster of schools has just absolutely dominated like no other league in the nation, and it's just crazy to see. It's fun to see. It's fun to watch it all take place and happen because there's so much talent.
There's tons.
On the field. It's just fun. And now league starts this week for all these schools, and we're going to get some great matchups. Right off the top, J. Sarah Orange Lutheran.
Yeah.
What do you think of that one? I mean, that's right. So if you win a Trinity League championship, that means something because it means you've played every great team in the within those top teams in the nation. You played so many of those great teams, you're going to earn that championship.
All right, Rob, we're closing it down real quick here. Your thoughts on Mission and Pauley this week, SoFi?
It's such a great matchup. We've seen this before. I just think Mission Viejo is so good. They've shown time and time again, but you can't count out any Poly teams. You cannot count out a Poly team, but you make me want to pick. I'm going to pick Mission Viejo in the
No
game.
kidding.
Right? Because I just think they have the better team right now. But it's great because it's one of those legacy games in Southern California. It's 2 great programs, Mission Viejo and Long Beach Poly, two schools that have been great at sports for a very long time. And that's what it's all about.
And Pauley's got
fun
some
to
kids.
watch this.
They're coming off that 5 games. They got to wait. I transferred in.
Right.
I got to wait 5 games.
That's it. The sit out is over. The sit out is over now.
I don't know why anybody in their right mind would do something like that to sit out. I wouldn't sit out 5 games any season. I don't care where I'm playing.
That's tough. That can't be an easy decision to make for any of these kids. It can't be. But if you think like you got to the right situation now, you're willing to sacrifice the 5 games to be in that right situation, maybe it's all worth it in the end.
Cole Leonard's performance against Redondo, against Manny.
Right, for Redondo, right? So Cole Leonard's finally
3
found a home,
touchdowns.
right?
Yeah.
Modern Day, where his father played, right? And that was going to be maybe tough to do that. Newport Harbor, that program has seen some ups and downs in recent years. That apparently didn't work out for him. But Redondo Union, man, and you see the talent, right? I mean, this is Matt Leiner's kid, right? Yep. So good luck to him, and we're waiting for big things from him again.
All right, we'll see how it goes. Like to thank Western Christian for coming in tonight. Coach Martin II coming in tonight, talking with us. Of course, Coach Estrada, and all the athletes that joined in, got interviewed.
Coach Phillip we talked to.
Yes, sir.
Right.
All right, let's take it away. Let the cheerleaders take us out.
Go.
Thank you from Rock N Brews.